Hello, everybody. Come on in, take a seat, snuggle up with a blankie, look at the snow outside, even if you live in Florida. Hope everybody's doing good today on this fine Sunday. Huh? Hello, Brenda Joe, Ginger Girl. Welcome. All right, so tonight I thought we'd take a break from the videos. I, of the old videos. I thought that we would just maybe go over the longer version, kind of break it down together. Hi, Victoria. Good to see ya. Um, so put your thinking caps on. Um, let's see what we can figure out with this video. I have watched a few different people, and seems like people are things out of the video. It's really strange how that happens. Um, You know, I'll be watching somebody and they'll be talking about, and I'm like, you miss the fact that this happened and then this happened, and look over there. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing things that aren't there. I don't know. But you guys can help me with that tonight, right? Um, so at night, provided some pictures. Let's see, some still pictures of the outside. Um, Along with the video um, that was first released by uh, someone else. Just not going to say that. So I kind of wanted to, I'm going to share my screen. We'll look at that first before we get into everything else. Okay, you can see that. Good. All right, so what I wanted to do, go back and make sure you can see it bigger like that. Yeah. Okay, good. So this one up here, it's not, kind of goes away when I do that. Hmm, that is strange. Well, the green hoodie person is in that picture. Um, so you can see it right there. They're right back there. Okay. So they're standing back by Katie's driver's door. Okay. And then when Katie and Sebastian walk out, you can see Sebastian standing here. Now, he was in front of his mom first, and he was coming this way, and he must have seen the green hoodie person, and he backed away and came out around. Okay. Now, Katie is right here, and she is acknowledging green hoodie person. This third picture is the same thing. You have the green hoodie person and Katie. Keeps going off on me when I do that. Okay. And then you have green hoodie person holding out his hands, right? And Katie with her hand, she puts her hand on the top of the car. Um, and you still see in this picture, you still see Katie steps out of frame, and green hoodie seems to be putting something in a bag. Okay. And then down here, Katie unlocks her vehicle. Green Hoodie puts the item that he had away and waves goodbye to Sebastian for the final time. He's waving there. And then he walks off. So it's kind of some stills of that. Um, in my opinion, I couldn't see an exchange, but if you guys see it, let me know. I just maybe missed it or something. Um, but we can actually watch that one real quick. There's Sebastian. Let's start at the beginning. Okay. Just trying to break this all down, guys. So the door is opening over here. And then we see the yellow jacket guy come out. Somebody said he's an Uber driver because he goes up to the Uber counter. Uber, DoorDash. Now, see, Sebastian is walking this way toward the car, but he stops, turns and looks at Katie, and then he comes walking this direction, like away from that person. Look, his eyes are just on that person. Do you see that? That's when Katie goes over there. In my opinion, you cannot see what's going on up here. I can't anyway. Okay, and then here's the guys with the gloves, the surgical gloves on. Okay. Did you see how they're both looking over there? They both looked at the same time. Were Green Hoodie and Katie yelling at each other? Because they're standing there watching it. Why are, why are they watching that unless somebody's having a confrontation? And then Green Hoodie goes walking up and it freezes here. I don't know why. We'll just stop sharing that. Um, but yeah, and there's been times where I really thought that Green Hoodie was a woman. And I don't know, when I saw somebody had a longer video of that wasn't spinning, and it's spinning on everybody. So it's not just, it's spinning on that site, on At Night site. But I saw somebody that had a longer one where you could see him going up to the door of the Texas Roadhouse. And then it kind of looked like a guy, so an elderly guy. I don't know. Hi, Melly Cat. Good to see you. Yeah, I agree. If it was just somebody exiting their car, KP would have waited before trying to get in her car. She would have just, instead of walking over there, she actually greeted the person. I can't imagine they don't have inside pictures of Green Hoodie. He went inside after this exchange. Um, yeah, I wonder if Dog got that. Be interesting to know, huh? Yeah, it's had over 1 million views. Honestly, that's good. I think that's awesome. I just saw somewhere that they said that Dog's post about it got over 5 million views. That's 5 million people in this world that have heard about Sebastian Rogers. That's incredible, guys. And that's just one person. You know, so how many others of us are talking about Sebastian on a daily basis, to reach people? So, my goodness, that that's just exciting to me. Um, I'm excited for Seth. Yeah. And I'm excited for Seth. Oh, that is what I wanted to show you guys. Um, you've probably already seen it, but I wanted to show you. I'll look that up while we're watching the next one. Um, so present my screen. It's going to be this one, yeah. Okay. Everybody see it okay? All right. Well, I did kind of want to go through this, so I'll look it up later. Something that really disheartened me. I can't see chat right now, so mods, if you can kind of keep an eye. But I'll look at chat after I'm done watching this, guys. But one of the things that I noticed throughout this entire video was Sebastian isn't smiling. And right here, she looked like she was scolding him. Her hands, and then he shook his head. And now his head's hanging down. He's not even looking at her now. It's like he didn't do anything wrong, guys. Why was she on him? Look at they've got bread and he's just scarfing it down. Poor kid's hungry. Who's she looking for? She's got an Apple Watch. It's kind of an arrogant. How many people sit like that and look around like that? I'm sorry. I'm better than you. I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that. I think the biggest thing, guys, I'm going to look at chat real quick. But the biggest thing that I'm upset with is that she hasn't paid any attention to Sebastian at all. And it looked like she was even scolding him and you know, but she can sit and turn her head like that and look around and in my opinion, I don't think this video was released to the public to get our help. I think it was released to shake up some people. They obviously have a lot more video. Exactly. I agree. And when we're done, I'm going to read you something from Nick Barris. Um, yeah, she looks angry. Well, angry and smirked. I don't know. Me too, Malacat. Me too. Yeah, please hit the like button, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you, Brenda Joe. All right, we'll continue on. Look at him. I just want to cry, you guys. See, once again, she's What is she telling him? Because he doesn't look happy. I just want to reach out and hug him. So that's it. Special thanks to Nick um, for giving us that. Let's see. Put that up there. So the next thing that I really wanted to do was show you um, Nick Barris's post. And I'll present my screen for that one. This one. Okay, so update on Sebastian Rogers, a birthday and still missing. Sebastian Rogers' 16th birthday was this weekend, and he is still missed nearly 10 months after he disappeared from his Hendersonville, Tennessee home. The Amber Alert remains in effect, and a reward now topping, according to some reports, $200,000. Several of you have asked me for an update. It is important to keep his face and name out so the public does not forget this case. Many have asked about reports of new alleged leads reported by some private individuals who have joined in the search. I remain cautious with anything posted to social media and will only report the facts here according to the professionals handling the ongoing investigation. I am in contact with the Sumner County Sheriff's investigators and EMA personnel, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, and District Attorney Ray Whitley. The case remained active. Some tips continue to be called into the hotline, and this is not a cold case. All that being said, there are no new developments in all caps. Steam coming out of your ears yet? It is out of mine. No confirmed sightings or hard leads. What about video that recently surfaced of Sebastian eating at Texas Roadhouse with his mom before he disappeared, and questions about someone in a green hoodie? Authorities have had that video since last February, vetted it, and I'm told it is not some new revelation and no special significance in the case. Now, guys, isn't that special? Um, it's a That's a Craddock statement, isn't it? Nothing. No, it's significant. Flashlight video is not significant to the case. Nothing is significant to the case. The Proudfoots aren't significant to the case. Right? Those close to this case tell me if any private individuals had any new needs of substance, they would know about it. There are none. Again, it is like Sebastian vanished into thin air, but there has to be an explanation. The question is what? Well, open your eyes. Very sad, but no one is giving up, and it is good to see so many remain interested in this case. The goal remains to find Sebastian or learn what happened to him. We all hope and pray that happens. I promise to let you know if and when there is a significant development. And then he says, call tips to 1-800-TBI-FIND and share this. No. I make up my own. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. His thing made me mad. um, but yes. So take a look at chat here. Dreaming of blue skies. Hello, hello. To me, he looks disappointed and concerned. Yes, he does. Sebastian looks like such a sweet young man. My heart breaks every time I watch this. It does to me too. Did you guys see anything else standing out in that? I want to say we never saw his cute little quirky smile, not once during that. You know, how many pictures have we seen with this cute little quirky smile? Have all those pictures been taken by his dad? Maybe he doesn't smile at his mom's with his mom. Yeah. Such a sweet boy. You're right. I just want to grab him and give him a hug. Me too. Me too. This person who got out of the car is obviously disabled, and I believe a senior who was retired from the Navy. I agree. I agree. Do you think it was a male or a female, though? Me either, K9. In my opinion. But here's something that I'll say. After you see this next video, I'm going to show you of Seth talking to the news yesterday. We'll talk a little bit more about Nick Barris and the law. Right? A little bit ago was really running down Seth and putting KP on a pedestal. Who was Nick? And hi, Sylvester. They were running all of us down, actually, probably. Oh, did he have a mustache, K9? Maybe my eyes are getting bad. Well, elderly women might. I have seen elderly women with beards, guys. Not me though. Nobody I know. It was in the business world. One male with man boobs. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I want to go to I'm going to try to find that. Here it is. Okay. So I'll share my screen. I found it pretty quickly. And all right. Well, that didn't help much, but that's about the biggest I can get it, guys. Sorry. Here we go.
Searches for Sebastian. For the last 9 months, law enforcement has scaled back searches for Sebastian Rogers to an investigative format. The FBI has also offered a reward for information. Recently, Dog the Bounty Hunter joined the search and raised the reward amount. All while Sebastian's biological father continues his search efforts. News 2's Audrey Mayer speaks exclusively with his father and tells us where the investigation stands.
On December 7th, Sebastian Rogers' 16th birthday, his father Seth says a recent meeting with law enforcement has restored his confidence in their case.
Today, they have renewed my faith that they are definitely
watch Seth's
focusing on bringing my
eyes,
son
guys.
home.
Seth didn't give any details on what was said in their meeting. Sebastian was last seen on February 26th in Hendersonville, nearly 10 months ago. The reward for information on Sebastian's whereabouts increased last month up to $200,000.
I thank the public for the support that they're giving me, and they continue to. Keep your eyes open. You could be the next person that might see him.
Seth says he won't ever stop searching and saying his son's name. Until he's found, the pain of not knowing where Sebastian is fills Seth with grief.
Today is a lot of sadness. It's a lot of sadness every day. It's hard to wrap your head around it. All right. Every day, it's like, get that phone call, waiting for that picture, waiting for information that my son has been found.
And Sebastian's 16th birthday, Seth says he hopes families spend time with their kids. He fondly remembers birthdays with Sebastian jumping in the pool, having water balloon fights, and eating cake. What is it like for you looking back on those memories today?
I'm not done making them. Looking back is nice, but looking forward to him being back is better.
I reached out to the Sumner County Sheriff's Office about Sebastian Rogers. They told me there's still an active and ongoing investigation, and if you know anything about this case, to contact them. We have ways you can send tips listed up on our website. Kenley?
Okay. I don't think we need to watch that. So, emo bowling? What is emo bowling? Oh, gotcha. It's not showing up, is it? Oh, is it in the other one? Let me look. Yeah. In StreamYard, it just says what it is. It doesn't show up. I know. Our children are our world and reason to live. Loving parents do that. Yeah, it does. It makes me cry too, you guys. You know, when he said, she said something about the memories, and he says, I intend to keep making them. But did you watch his eyes? They were lit up. So law enforcement told him something. But when you look at what Nick Barris said, no, there's nothing. The video's all bogus and blah, blah, blah. Law enforcement's had that for, you know what? I think law enforcement has gotten a little bit scared because Nick and Dog are bringing up things and showing things that they probably just blew off. And now they're realizing, oops, did we miss something? It's my opinion. I believe Seth has not been kind about law enforcement for a while now. And the fact that he said that yesterday, that they have given him renewed hope, and there was just this gleam in his eye that I saw there, and I really feel like he thinks they're onto something. So, I feel like things are going to happen. When this all came out last night about this news thing, I thought we were going to have some big break in the case. And that's not saying there's not going to be, because Seth couldn't share what they told him, right? Yeah. Is that his title? Is he an investigative reporter? Oh my gosh. kind of scary if he is. Um, because yes, he seems more like a spokesperson. But I think he got in trouble with law enforcement for that flashlight video because he thought it was something when he put it out. Um, and then he backtracked on it. So I think he got in trouble for um, putting that out there, which maybe says, they did think there was something to it after all, if they didn't want him putting that out to the public. Because look at what we've done with it. We've overlaid it on the landscape to figure out where exactly those lights were, right? Um, I saw on another creator's last night where there's that audio you guys were talking about, right? With my hearing, honestly, I could not tell that what they said was what was said in that audio. I know that audio has been turned over to the authorities, and they have the resources to figure out. I'm sure it's also been turned over to Nick and Dog as well. And at night, intelligence agency has the resources to filter everything out and try and hear what's being said. But what they're saying is being said is something that I really don't want to entertain right now, because they're talking about something graphically happening to Sebastian. So, and it's pretty graphic, guys. It's pretty graphic. But if you want to hear it, I'll just tell you this. And I just want to preface this by saying that because I don't want to address it here right now, doesn't mean that I think it's bogus. I'm not saying that at all. I don't know, right? I'm not an expert. I have bad hearing. There's no way I could tell if it was good or if it was bad. But it came from, or Justin is one that has it, from Clutch Some Pearls. So if you want to hear that, go to his video for last night. And it's quite a ways in where he actually starts playing that audio and listening to it. And he even says, he says that, yeah, I'm reading your things, but he even says that he's not trying to convince anybody of anything. If you believe it, fine. If you don't, fine. It doesn't matter to him either way. He's just putting it out there, right? So, you know, uh, people are sending Justin stuff, and that's awesome. I mean, they're trusting him with it, and there's nothing more flattering, I think, to a creator to know that people trust them. So, and he said, I'm not giving up my sources. They'd have to run me over with a car first. So, I give him kudos for that. But I really don't want to play it here. Like I said, I just don't. I don't want to go there. I guess I still, in my heart and soul, want to believe that Sebastian's just being moved around, that he's still alive, right? And I may be wrong. We did look at that one. If there is no value to this video, then why didn't they release it the first day he went missing? It is better than that one photo. Well, yes. And why didn't they put, they had Katie's phone, did they not? She was taking new photos of Sebastian. Why didn't they use the photos in the Amber Alert? And Nick can't release anything unless they have approval from the lawyers and the FBI. Right. He's only releasing things up to a point, guys. So they're being careful. You know, they only put it all out there because my mind, I'm trying to think of something nice to say. Another creator put it out there first. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna use the title for that person because I don't feel like that's what they are. That audio was scary, but not sure what it really says. I too can't hear. See, it's very hard to hear, and sometimes in those kinds of situations, I mean, they did say it was not a spirit box. Because don't get me started on those. Like, don't like them. Anyway, because spirit box can't have conversations, and these were conversations going back and forth. Okay. Hello, Aquarian. Happy Sunday to you too. I do have what. Okay, Sylvester, I have a hearing aid on with my headphones. That tells you how bad my hearing is. Oh, they didn't collect their devices the first day. Okay. But the Amber Alert wasn't the first day either. Anybody know what day they took their devices? I want to say it was the third day from what I'm remembering. Is that what you guys think too? I don't know for sure though. I really don't know for sure. You have one bad ear and terrible directional hearing. Yeah. My left ear is dead. I can't hear anything out of it. And my right ear, I probably lost 80 to 90% of the hearing in that ear. So I always have to wear. If I just turned on my computer and let the sound go, I can't hear it. And it's turned up full blast. So I have to have an earbud in to hear in my right ear. And that's why I tell everybody that comes to the channel that my stuff is always on full blast. So it's easier for you guys to turn it down to where you want it. But I need to hear everything loud. You know, and that's the thing. It should have been instantly. They should have taken everything instantly, but they didn't. They didn't treat it like they should have. I had learned, somebody had talked about it before, how there's rules and regulations for how you're supposed to handle a missing person, missing child case, especially one that has a disability, and you're supposed to treat it like a crime scene. I think they talked about how that started with the John Benet Ramsey case. Do you guys remember that one? The little girl who was in all the pageants and stuff, and everybody was walking through that house, and the crime scene was contaminated. And it sounds like that's exactly what happened here. Yeah, they really did. They should have done everything. They should have locked that house down, sent Katie and Chris off in their camper. They went anyway, right? They should have sent them off in their camper somewhere and did everything they needed to do. I don't care if they were friends with them. They should not have treated them differently than anybody else. All right. Yeah, John Bonet was beautiful. I'm the one sing songs using the wrong words. Then my son corrects me. Have you ever seen those things? I think they're on Facebook where it's been so many years today when I found out the right words to the song. Yeah. Their camper. I know. Well, they went anyway. I shouldn't call it a camper, right? It's a fifth wheel. Isn't that what Chris says to call it? It's a fifth wheel. To me, it's a slide out camper. um, Nice one, you know. But yeah, I saw Nick Barris's post and I was not a happy camper, you know. And then, um, but I thought about it against I Sylvester, you're funny. I thought about it against, Seth's interview. And, you know, I'm more hopeful with Seth. LE, law enforcement, TBI, even the district attorney, they are not going to tell Nick Barris anything. He works for a national news channel, guys. So um, they're going to be the last person they tell. They're not going to give him, and he acted um, in that post like, I will tell you when I have all the tips. You know, I will let you know when there's new stuff coming out. Like, we should listen to him. I'm sorry. From the beginning of this case, I've never gone to Nick Barris' site to look for any news about Sebastian. How about the rest of you? I have not looked to him at not once. When I see his posts, like I did today, it popped up in front of me. I didn't look for it. Um, then I'll read it, but I don't go looking for it. Um, well, and that could be a correlation between John Benet Ramsey, right? And this case. If you think about it, wealthy neighborhood, John Benet, and wealthy neighborhood in Hendersonville. Yeah, I only do channels that try to stick with the facts, right? So that's, I appreciated what Ginger um, wrote tonight. She said it so nicely, with the heart toward the lost and missing and the victims. Granny tells the facts of each crime. Her show is not about hate or cutting down other creators, and that's key. You know, that is key because I don't want to be a part of that garbage. Um, and it's not in my heart to ever talk badly, hateful of another creator. There may be some that I'd rather not listen to or I won't listen to because our personalities clash, or maybe I don't like their content or whatever. But I'm not going to broadcast that. I'm just not going to go visit, right? That's just me, you know. And, you know, so I'm not going to, because I don't visit, I don't get my information from those channels, you know. Just, I get my information elsewhere, you know. But that's just me. That's just me. Um, so what questions do you guys have about the videos, the inside eating? What were your observations? My first observation was that she kind of whipped that menu at him, right? She kind of whipped it. Then everything that I was seeing, he looked really hungry, which I don't, um, that's probably just a normal 15-year-old boy thing. I didn't have boys, so I mean, I didn't experience that. My girls didn't scarf like that. But, if that's a 15-year-old boy thing, and I've heard that that kind of thing is, right? Um, then that's what that is. But overall, not seeing him smile once, that bothered me. Um, it seemed like she was scolding or lecturing or something, and the violent no head shake that he gave really kind of bothered me. And if these things bother us guys, how did Seth feel when he was watching it? I bet he was crying too. Can you imagine? That was your child missing, and you're seeing that for the first time. His last really known appearance before he went missing. I can't even imagine that at all. I I don't think anybody, because this case, every case is different, right? And this case is different, and I don't think anybody could say that they know what Seth is going through. You know, we we some may have experienced close to what he's going through. Think about it. The man went to work, came home, called Sebastian when Sebastian got home from school, and that was his life. And then had Sebastian every other weekend. I mean, that was his life. So now all of a sudden, he's known around the world. You know, that's got to be a culture shock, guys. It's got to, I can't even, and I'll even go so far as to say, Aquarian, that's true. He didn't have his elbows on the table. And that's the thing. I felt like she was scolding him, and he didn't do anything wrong. He walked in calmly. He wasn't over agitated. He was very calm. You know, he wasn't agitated or aggressive or anything. He was I mean, he was a good 15-year-old boy. Feel so heartbroken for what Seth is going through. Like I always say, I can't imagine what poor Sebastian was going through and maybe still is. I know. I know. I know. And I hate I hate to think that he could be being mistreated wherever he is. Um Mom seemed to be very distracted, and Sebastian seemed to shut up by keeping his head down and focusing on eating. I Tell me if I'm wrong, guys, but I get the feeling that he was holding his head down because he felt like he was in trouble for something, and that the things that she was saying to him, because he never answered her back, guys. The things that she was saying to him, I think were directives or scolding or something. Yeah. And can you imagine what that does to an autistic child or person? He's out of his um he's out of his element. He's out of his routine. He doesn't have his routine now. Yeah, he always seemed to be in trouble with them and not Seth. I agree. I agree. I feel like he was holding his head down and like he felt he was in trouble or something. I don't know. You notice that too, Aquarian? Yeah. I just, it's just, I was going to see if we can. Wrong one. um, I was just going to keep playing it in the background while we're watching, talking about it because things may just jump out at us, right? So let me share my screen. There we go. Yeah, kids do have good instincts. And they said he was very intelligent. I feel inside and outside of the restaurant he was observant that something wasn't settling. Gotcha. Yeah, just be careful not to use all caps because YouTube frowned on that. Seth refused to move or change things in his home because Sebastian didn't do well with changes. I can't imagine how a drastic move would affect him. Yeah, and this would be drastic, right? And especially if they keep moving him around. And looking here, we don't have a current picture of him. Look at how grown up his face is, guys, compared to the pictures that we have. Did you see that? He kind of put himself in that corner. Okay. Was that not the... Let me look here. Was that not the long one? This is the longer one. There we go. It's right next to her. The yellow jacket. I know, but there is a yellow jacket right next to her. Right here. So that guy's got hair. The other guy was older, wasn't he? Yeah, he must have been sitting back somewhere. Whatever she showed him on the phone, he moved into the corner. Oh, is that a hoodie? Okay. I saw yellow. I thought maybe it was another yellow rain jacket. I can't tell what they're eating. That look on her face when she turns this direction is freaky weird, guys. I'm sorry. There's all kinds of things going through my head that I am not going to say. Just right. Canine, our minds are going the same direction. Now here again with her arm out like that, it's almost like she's scolding him. He kind of shook his head no again. So if he's saying no to her, that's only gonna tick her off more. And he knows that. So he's probably scared. I don't know what Nick sees when they're leaving because he rewinds it a couple of times. She's patting her pockets to see what's in there. What's the black thing laying on the table in the middle? Right here. What is that, guys? Does anybody know? Because this is where you pay. So what is this? Anybody know what that is? You think it's a bill? Oh, it's a napkin. It's a black napkin. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, because the little computer thing is where they pay now. Lacey, come here and lay down. Sorry, guys. My baby's acting up. I made a cute little video of hers. You guys will see it. I made it for different things that happen when we're. Or should I give you a sneak peek? I think she's side eyeing that man in the brown walking down the aisle. The man in the brown. I missed it. I'm all wet now. You give me kisses? Yeah, good girl. Is that him by the door with the cap on? You can't see it now. I'll have to look. Oh, that look on her face. When she gets up to leave. There's so much of a glare by the door, it's hard to see. Somebody say it was, I don't remember. Somebody said what the temperature was on that day in Hendersonville, and I don't know what it was. But then again, cold to some people is not cold to us in Wisconsin. Although, and I will admit, in February, that area. Okay, so I don't see him. I'm looking for him. Was he coming? Did he come from a different part of the restaurant? Do you think to walk out ahead of them? You know, like from the right side? Somebody said that guy was a, yeah, it cuts out. He was walking in front of the waitress. Yeah, February aquarium, because this was February 25th of this past year. Let's just play it again. I can see better on my full screen rather than looking at it with you guys, but I don't. I'm just wondering where he was in the restaurant. He had to have been over toward the right-hand side. Yeah, he did walk out from in front of her. Yeah, I can play the exit. Let's stop this one and go up to here. Everybody see it okay? Yeah. Yeah, he's the first one to walk out right there. And it was almost like he was with them, but he wasn't. Somebody said he was like an Uber driver. I find funny is Sebastian saw a hoodie guy, stopped, and then Katie kind of pushed him to walk around the other way. And look at his eyes. He's glued to green hoodie guy. Do you think he was afraid of him? And here's that vehicle over there that they were talking about, right behind their car. Now I noticed there was parking here, but that's this one right here. It's parallel parking. This car is actually stopped in the road. And then these two guys are both looking over there. You don't look over unless there's like loud voices or something that draws your attention. Right? The way that person's walking made me think that they were. I wish we had. I wonder. This video stops and it just buffers like this, and I'm making it go forward and it won't go. It's like it won't go any further. So that's all the further that one goes. But it's kind of funny how watch when this guy from the left side of your screen walks up with those gloves. And remember now, he was ruled out by Nick. Nick said that he was just a guy doing his job. He worked for Texas Roadhouse. But look he's already looking over here. He's seeing something. So whatever, if it was an argument between Katie and Green Hoodie Guy, whatever, just watch these two. Both of these two look over here. Now he was busy, right? He's busy doing an interaction. He's an Uber driver. He had no reason to look this way. He was walking in to go into the door for the employees. Neither one had a real reason to look over that way. Look at yellow guy turns around. See, I'm just moving it ever so slowly so you guys can see that they are definitely drawn to Katie and Green Hoodie. And this one still keeps the door open looking. And Sebastian's just standing there with his hand on the door. And now it's just spinning. Isn't that something, guys? Yeah, they have a good shot of him. Yes. And yes, they talked to the kid with the blue gloves. So if there was an argument, the kid probably told him. But Nick's not going to share that information. And he shouldn't. The one on Nick's YouTube plays better. Okay. They are either hearing or seeing something. But they had to have been hearing something, right? The reason I say that is because the guy in the yellow had his back turned, right? And that's because, yeah, you're on your computer. But I know you do that kind of off and on all day anyway. But they know when you're busy and you don't want to be bothered. They act up just like little children. Um, yeah, I don't know either, except that he's local, he's from the area, so he had to have known that Sebastian was gone, right? So, let's see if I can find the one on Nick's channel. Is that on Nick's channel or at Night's channel on YouTube? I don't know. Can't find it. You just had to go save the cat. I don't have cats. I never have, but my old boss had 14 cats. Nick the Hat, yeah. I was looking on his YouTube channel and I don't see. Oh, I do see it now. Okay. Let me share my screen and we'll see that one again. Okay. Hopefully this one will be better, guys. It won't stop and spin. So there's the three of them coming out. One right after the other, so Sebastian was after the yellow guy. And that car pulls up right away and sits there. Although, I have had people do that if they think that I'm leaving. I don't know. Somebody said it followed her though, but it went the opposite way, so I don't know. Now watch, that guy is going to come in the view from the left, and then this guy's going to turn around. So in my opinion, something's going on over here. Watch, his head will turn that way. And see, at the same time, he turns around. So something was happening there. And green hoodie guy waved goodbye to Sebastian, but Sebastian didn't wave back. Oh, he stopped the video. He's just showing the other parts now. Okay, you can see a little bit better. Green hoodie guy with the hand. Katie's hand on her car. Sebastian. Katie goes off screen. Somebody said this was when the exchange happened, but I can't see it enough, guys. I don't know if I'm just not. See, he's waving goodbye to Sebastian there. We're speeding that part up. Here goes green hoodie walking off and walking into Texas Roadhouse. That car already left before these guys. They're showing that again. Now the car left. And Katie and Sebastian leave this way. Whenever she goes, there she goes. So she pulls out this way and goes that way. That was that same car, wasn't it? No. Okay. That's an SUV now. Huh. So, there you have it. What do you think? Have they identified the guy in the yellow? Not that I'm aware of. But somebody said he was an Uber driver, so I don't know if that's true or not. It seemed like it, since that's the window he was at. $6.1 million views in Sebastian's video now. But people are probably, look at how many times did we just watch it, right? But that's still a lot of views. Maybe he didn't go back inside. Looks like he kept walking. The green hoodie guy? Oh, he definitely was going inside. I thought. In my opinion, the headlights on that car match the outline on the video the mob has. We will see if he can line them up. Yeah. When he does, let me know, Ginger. I know, it is painful because I don't like to say it, but it could be. No, I'm not going to say it. You know where I was going. I'm not going to say it. I'm just not. Aquarian, I agree with you. I agree with you. I have a strong feeling that um, she may not know where he is. You know, Chris may have handled that. But she knows what happened, I think. I don't know. It's just a sad situation, isn't it? But, see if I had anything else to share with you. Don't forget, we have our giveaway coming up on the 23rd. Somebody's going to get a Christmas present from Granny and Lacey. And I wanted to share tonight's Grannyism with you. Sorrow looks back, worry looks around, but faith looks up. Right? And this kind of hit home to me because we're looking back, aren't we, to 9 months ago at Sebastian, the last known public sightings of him. And we're sorrowful. We're full of sorrow for that. I know I am. I know many of you in this in this chat are. Worry. We're looking around, right? We're worried. We're trying to figure out things. But then you have Seth, who says he's looking to make more memories. He has faith. I just love that. It just really hit me today. I was like, oh, this is perfect. You know? It was just perfect. Ellie telling Seth they will bring his son home was very good news. Yeah, I think so too. And that's way different than how they've been talking to him, right? You think the guy in yellow looks suspicious to you? I think green hoodie guy is the one we want to talk to. Oh, me too, Ginger Girl, me too. That's right. If Seth has hope, so should we. Right? And that was the reason that I didn't want to share those audio. First of all, it does me no good because I can't hear them. We've got a couple people in here with hearing issues, so I don't, Canine, you have a problem with your hearing? I think you said you did, right? And yeah, it was really hard for me to read or to hear, guys. I couldn't hear it. Yeah. They were saying, oh, he's clearly saying this. And I'm like, and I can tell you one of it was, a male saying, "Katie, go home, go home." I couldn't hear that. So, yeah, I don't know. So if, oh, you're welcome, Aquarian. Um, so yeah, if you guys are, want to hear that audio on your own, feel free to go and check out. Like I said, it was on Clutch and Pearls last night with Justin, somewhere, in the middle, or I, I didn't, I ended up, I think, clicking out of it. At some point, I went to bed, I think, so he was still on. Um, but yeah, so it's somewhere in the middle, somewhere. If you want to hear those, but I just decided not to show them because they're not hopeful whatsoever at all. So, and I want to try to take a page out of Seth's book and be hopeful and have faith and believe. Right. So, all right. Well, that's all I've got for you guys tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Thank you so much. We will see you. We'll probably continue on with our video tomorrow night, unless something breaking happens. It's a lot more information like we had today. You never know. And yeah, you guys, if you get any tips or anything, you know, you're from that area, you get any tips, or somebody tells you something, or you see something new and breaking out there, send it to me, no matter what it is, big, small, no matter what. Just email me. And because I'm happy to turn them in. All right. So good night, everybody. Thank you for watching another episode of Granny's Crime Busters. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like and even share the content. You can follow us on any of our other social media platforms at YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We really appreciate you guys, and you can also email us at granniescrimebusters@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.